flagging about 3 or 4 weeks out that Trump might win, and just getting emotionally ready for that possibility. Because everyone else you can tell from the reactions, they were in total denial and were just hoping against everything that Kamala was somehow going to pull it off. But yeah, not to be.
Yes, it's not just the fact that he won, but how handsomely he won. Really, I mean,
He really did. Yeah.
I think we'd been talking about these polls, and I remember sort of saying, well, they're making predictions on the basis of 800 to 1,000 telephone calls, this kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seems like Trump voters are a particular type that don't necessarily want to tell people that they're Trump voters too. Yep. But I was saying to Dave that I read this account of one guy who was around about our age who said he'd been a Democrat all his life, had paid up member and a volunteer, and he went to a fundraiser, put on his best suit, and they gave all these speeches for 3 hours, and he said at the end of 3 hours he realised they didn't say a single thing for a guy his age with 2 children working, trying to make do and get around. And so that sort of hit him, and he ended up voting for Trump, he said. So in all the progressive stuff, you've got to bring the people with you. I guess is the lesson from that.
Oh, I forgot about the altitude. Oh.
There's a reminder for you, Dave.
Oh, damn.
That's not too bad.
Well, Phil's in for a treat. He's about to have his first ever glass of fish wine.
Wow. Look at this.
Oh, you're about to live it up, Phil.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, this is the Moki fish wine, yeah?
Yeah, fish wine and super prawns it's got.
Fish wine and super prawns.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that.
God, Jesus. All right.
Well, I'd be interested to see what Phil makes of Moki wine.
Fish wine. Mm-hmm. Can I see the bottle for a moment?
Well, nobody's hit the fairway.
Ah, New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's actually quite good, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Not bad for an $8 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is insane.
It does seem to smell fishy as well.
Normal.
They only put the best parts of the fish in the wine.
Shit. Fuck. I don't think I can get there.
Wow.
He doesn't want to go to the Sevenwood.
Oh.
Is it going to bounce?
It went very low, Dave.
It certainly did.
It was terrible. 25% power loss.
Well, I'm expecting the same then. 15% power loss. That's not so bad. So 18% with the 170 club. That's not going to make it quite. Yeah, it's got to be the 5. Fade it in. No, not fade it in, just hit in. What am I doing? Why would you do that? Just causing drama for no reason. There's the window wanted, 3.
You're leaning.
I was trying to get backspin on it. But leaning my body forward didn't help.
No one made the fairway.
No. Though Andy's probably going to be able to get a club or 2 shorter. Good line.
Certainly is.
It's going to be short-ish.
Oh, it's an interesting putt now.
That
It
pin
is.
position is rubbish. Sitting right on the middle
That
of the
pin is
spine.
diabolical.
You've got an interesting putt. Going the other way.
If I get excited,
I
it's
know,
good. Yeah,
yeah.
I've got to be very careful.
Yeah, I told you that's what I thought. I thought these pins are going to be feisty.
Yeah,
Mm.
you thought correctly, Andy.
Ooh, not bad. Oh, it's run on though, hasn't
Didn't
it?
it?
Yeah.
Didn't it run on?
Not very nice.
All right, there's going to be a bit of pole waving going on. Bloody hell, no.
Yeah.
Mm,
If ever there was the call for a lag putt.
yeah, it's not that bad. It's not, and because it's 6 inches uphill, it's less break than if it's 6 inches downhill. So I think about there. I've got to hit this just 33, no further.
Oh, that's very good.
Stop.
I thought that was going to pull up.
So did I.
I thought it was just going to be pin high.
Brutal.
All right, what have you got? Oh,
Twice I've went forward, and neither time it did anything.
Yeah. Got to get
Four.
them.
wait, boys. 4, 3, 4. All right. Okay. 31-21. What happens after that? Oh, this is like you say, it's horrible. The pin's just past the ridge.
No matter which direction you're from, it's top of a ridge, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's just both pace and line both have to be perfect. It's probably about the hardest spot to
Okay,
come.
right.
Much happier watching this putt than having it.
Mm. I think you'll do a good job with this. Ooh, very cautious.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, that all 14 foot.
Yeah, we're all 14 foot. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All nasty putts for par.
How often does that happen?
Never.
After a first part as well.
It's never happened before.
Except for Dave.
No, that's right. I haven't had a putt yet.
Oh, that was close.
You can't get too excited attacking these, that's for sure. Mm. Oh. Mm.
Ooh, it looks good.
Excellent.
I think you did him a big favour there, Andy, with your putt.
It didn't hurt. I've just earned a mouthful of prawn.
Oh,
It's good too.
Very good.
Well, I hope I'm
have
not going to.
send off food once a week.
Mm.
Something like prawns are perfect because they're just protein and no fat.
Aren't they bad for cholesterol though?
I've got perfect cholesterol, so
Oh,
obviously not.
dear.
I eat them all the time.
Okay.
Mine went down from 5.5 to 4
Mm.
in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So my body's doing something right.
Mm.
The beer washes all that cholesterol out.
Mm.
Wow, yeah. Are these medium pins or difficult, Andy? I can have a look. Medium, okay.
I have to say, the name of the course doesn't seem. Mm.
Oh,
Ooh.
didn't plug. Prairie Dunes.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to match what we're seeing, really. I expected almost desert-like.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised.
Maybe that's the back nine.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Won't be like the courses I played at Sharjah, where you didn't have greens, you had browns.
Was it oil? Soaked in
Yeah,
oil?
yeah,
The
it
sand
was.
strokes.
Yeah, and the ball left a trail like a snail,
Yeah.
so you could see.
And did you carry around a mat to hit off on the fairways, or was there actual grass?
Yeah, no, you carried a mat.
Yeah.
But if you hit off the fairway, then it was played as it lies.
Ah.
So the needless to say, the bunkers were extensive.
Andy's left himself a couple of really entertaining putts to start.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wow.
48-31. These are heavily sloped, these greens.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's looking good.
it's a great
Wow.
putt. Oh, it's going to go in.
Yes. Oh, sensational.
Oh, my word.
Sensational.
I don't think there's going to be too many of those getting sunk tonight.
No.
What a putt. Right, well done.
It was very fantastic.
Well,
And it dropped in at perfect speed.
yeah.
Ooh, not bad.
Feet. Should be doable.
Oh, no. I've got a
Oh,
putt.
that doesn't look super from that angle.
A little breezy as well.
I'm thinking,
I thought I was on the fringe. Oh, my God. This is terrible.
Yeah, I'm for the remaining holes. I'm going to be paying very careful attention to these greens, because that's. I'll tell you what it reminds me of, and the 2 days will know what I mean. This reminds me of the severity of the slopes of Matthew Rose's version of Royal Melbourne.
good attempt. This looks pretty good. That's a good attempt.
Wow, if that had gone in as well.
Man, it was a good attempt,
Might run
but
off the green.
it doesn't end up very good. At least you're almost directly downhill from it, at least.
Wow, that was nasty.
This 4-footer of mine, it's either going to go in and seem like no drama, or it's going to be drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do us a favour when you get through there. Just feel that.
It's going to hit it straight up the hill, see what happens.
Because it should still be hot. That says 17, so I've got it up to 18
Oh,
there.
Christ.
Oh, my,
Yeah, that's two really good ones, Dave.
it's going all over the place.
I'm not enjoying these greens at all.
Oh my God. Well, either goes or it doesn't. Oh,
Oh.
that was trying so hard to miss. Wow.
Oh, goodness
Didn't think
me.
you borrowed quite enough.
You're right.
Well, I wasn't, because you did. But it was close.
I have a feeling there's going to be a few swings and roundabouts. And look at this. All this drama and we're all just dead even.
It's a good round in the making.
I think Andy's gone.
There's been
Conservative.
several good shots, certainly putts already.
Mm.
I like
Yeah, I mean,
this too as well.
you-
It's great outlook.
It does look like it gets a bit more open and prairie-like.
So not Junie-like.
Not junior.
I can't remember this course, Dave.
I think it's probably years since we played it, Andy. I'm sure we would have played it, but
So,
I also can't remember it. I remember it in links, actually. I used to like this course in links. Finally, I think I've hit a fairway.
What happened to your candles?
One of them died, and then somehow they just became annoying to me one day. So I think they're just sitting up there somewhere.
Okay, yeah,
But their batteries have died, so they're just sort of
right,
gathering dust now.
yeah.
They were pretty cheap. They were only like $14.
I was going to say more pointlessness from the Chinese factory complex.
They were nice for a while.
go on, so
Would you see that Temu has been banned in Indonesia and Vietnam and Thailand are talking of doing the same thing
Wow.
because they're just saying it's ridiculously cheap and it's killing all their vendors.
They can't have competition.
Well, it's more than competition. It's like it's just slaughter.
Yeah. Remarkable. Now, watch the backspin on this, Phil. Get off.
Yeah,
oh,
that's right. Up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Watch this part.
I maximise the stupidity of my comment.
yes, you left the crowd somewhat disappointed there. Look at this. Just
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at it. Eh?
Reminds me.
Was it disappointed or nonplussed?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Unimpressed might be an apt description. That's pretty
Nice.
good, Dave.
Yep, stay
Well, it's
there.
going the other way though. Gee, it's running on.
Yeah.
And these are only normal greens, aren't they? They're not even
Yeah.
hard.
So you've done you've got a 14 footer and a 13 footer. Now you're going to have to get a 16 footer.
Not this time.
Don't talk yourself out of it.
Mm. It feels like it's going to run left to right and down to the pin, so I think the 51-foot flop is correct, but only if I hit it. I've been getting these wrong so often lately.
Oh, what happened there?
That was just the the lay in the
that
game
looks
engine.
very good
I'm
indeed.
delighted.
Yeah, that's a.
Yep, very nice there.
Yeah, we had a hesitation, and it looked like I'd done something really bad, but it was just the game engine.
Yeah, it looked like it was going along the ground.
Yeah.
Had to explain the ooze of the gallery then. Oh,
Well,
it was tracking the right way, wasn't it? Then it just
Now
went,
look at it.
yeah, it just went completely pear-shaped. Almost literally pear-shaped.
I'm glad you didn't pick difficult pins, Andy.
Yeah.
These are enough.
Yeah.
That's what this is going to do.
Interesting. There's a little bit.
I like where he's got weeds and flowers going on. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Will it?
Ooh.
Let's stop.
I reckon, I tell you what,
Ooh.
just about dead straight there would have done it.
Mm.
Well, you're sitting pretty at the moment, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
All right. Okay, let's see what this little chip is going to. I don't know whether to put this on. I'm just not trusting of this. Oh,
Ooh, that's so close.
Good effort.
well, I haven't had a two putt yet. Again, I neglected to. I concentrated so much on the right to left aspect. I never looked at what happened after the hole.
I didn't bother waving the pole. I just thought it's close enough. I'll just go a little bit to the right.
You probably wouldn't want it, even if you waved the pole go more, but there was certainly movement.
Mm.
You hit it pretty hard, actually.
Just as well.
Oh, thank you.
No. Terrible. That's going to plug.
No.
Oh.
Oh, it looked like it might have.
Yeah, it was certainly plug material, wasn't it?
But that pin, again, it's just perched in a really nasty spot. This is all runoff here. We've got a tailwind just to make this even more difficult. It's got to be the... Okay. It's got to be that. Surely. Hanging spot. Yeah, no, it is that. Okay. Got a little bit right. Just a little bit. Make sure a bit less wind. That'll do.
Went back to 10.
Not unhappy.
That's fine.
That's still going to be diabolical even from 10 foot.
It's going to be double extra greasy with grease.
What is going on with this?
Yeah, ideally you want it below the hole, don't you? But that's not easy.
Beggars can't be choosers in this hole because there's a big swale there. I think you just can't afford to.
Yeah.
I think you've actually put it in as close. I mean, to get it even closer, you've got to almost kind of mishit it, because it's just such a high tariff shot.
Yeah.
See exactly what's going on this
High
green.
tariff. I was thinking diabolical, but high tariff is correct.
High tariff.
Yeah, I like that. The sword of Damocles shot. Oh, that's
awful.
It's taken everything out of play. Double cross Andy.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
this just looks horrendous.
I'll be home.
Yeah, and it still is.
Ooh.
Stop.
God, the punishment is severe.
Well,
That.
Can I just pick my ball up? I don't know if I want to play it.
No,
what for a 6?
the ball, your bat.
I'll take a 10. I reckon a 10 might be a good score.
Have you read Golf in the Kingdom?
Golf in the Kingdom.
I'm gonna have to get you guys a copy of Golf in the Kingdom. You've read Golf in the Kingdom.
I've got a story about Golf in the Kingdom.
What are you talking about?
It's this story. It feels like it's true story written by this American guy who travels to the UK and to Scotland in particular to play courses there. And he comes across a local guy that he ends up playing a game with at this sort of fictitious course called Burning Bush, but it's a Scottish links course.
Right.
But he goes on. He's obviously a half decent golfer, and he goes on, with starts the round with all these dreams of the great round he's going to play. And then on like the second or third hole, I think from memory, it all goes horribly wrong. And he gets something that's probably more in the region of 12 or 13. And the guy he's playing with, whose name is...
Judas?
No, his name is Shivers Irons. Shivers Irons. And he's very sort of traditional player of golf, and he says, so what score do I put down for you, laddie? And he just says, I just put down an X. And he raises one eyebrow and he says, what? So he forces him, to say the score, which is like 11 or something like that. But the story just goes on from there, and Shivers Irons is a bit of a different character who every now and then thinks that a normal part of playing a round of golf is to run and to leap and shout randomly and these kind of things. So you have to read the book. It's fantastic. But I think it captures the true spirit of golf.
Good putt.
Whoa, look at this.
Wow.
That's a great putt.
That is
Really good putt, Andy.
there's some scrambling, Andy.
Well, that's 2 great putts you've done already.
Well,
Only on the 4th hole.
2 great putts, but I'm still 2 over par.
Well, yeah, it's kind of necessary on this course, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, that's the line. No, it's not. Stop.
That was nowhere near the line. It didn't even whiff the hole.
I went from confidence to begging very quickly. No, come on! How can it do that?
Wow.
Oh, that's
my God.
bullshit, Your Honour. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Oh, that hurt bad.
Oh,
Did I just 4-putt from 10 feet?
you might have.
No, I think you 3-putted from 10 feet.
Felt like 4 putts.
Oh,
Well, we all came a cropper on that hole.
Indeed.
wow. You're still in the equal lead after that.
Oh,
The secret dreams of a birdie and really getting a kick up there.
So, yeah. Yeah.
I believe this is a real course.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
The poor local golfers must have a tough time if the pins are set like this very often. Oh, baby.
Yeah. Maybe the name of the course was misspelled. It's Prayer.
Yeah, Prairie Dunes.
Prayer Dunes, yeah.
Right.
Prayer.
So fish wine.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's dry. I like the dry. It's,
Oh, here he goes. I can hear the R starting. All right.
Mind you, I'm closer to the pin than Uncle Davis, but he might have actually hit a larger drive.
It's possible.
What's going on?
That doesn't seem to make any sense whatsoever.
I need to land it about
It-
there.
If I was Stephen Hawking, I'd be typing on my bloody keyboard saying, "How does this work?
No.
It doesn't follow the laws of physics."
I heard Stephen King, he quit X, saying it was a bit too spooky for him.
Oh, God almighty. Phil, just go ahead and do it.
No.
Leakage.
Get off. I'm going to putt across that.
Putt across that, right? Well, I'm gonna try and I'm not gonna do what I did on the last hole, which was an appalling shot. That's
Oh.
not much better.
I think you're joining Dave there.
Oh, well, I think you've actually pushed my ball further into the rough.
Sorry about that, Dave.
That's okay.
Oh. Again, super tricky little approach shots for all of us here. I'm going to come down the swale from that. We're both coming down the swales.
Right. Well, let's have a look at this.
Just the path above the green there.
Yeah.
Looks a bit steep.
Golf cart course.
Yeah.
Cape Shanks like that. I used to love walking Cape Shank.
No.
I don't think I could do it now. Old bastard. Sucks.
That does. I feel like my mind tells me I could just pick up the clubs and go and play 18 holes tomorrow. That's what my mind tells me. So it just Shows how deluded you can be.
Yeah, my mind tells me what I look like, and then I look in the mirror in the morning and I go, "What the?"
Yeah. True.
Dear me.
What has Dave learned from that?
I learned nothing.
He's going full Schultz.
47 up 13, 5% power loss. Definitely 32 yard.
100% power loss.
No,
Back in a
no,
minute.
5%.
Hogan's Heroes could all be on free-to-air TV these days. Or
What's that?
Hogan's Heroes.
Free-to-air TV.
Or is it pushing political incorrectness too much?
What, making fun of the Nazis? The Republicans might object. Oh, nice shot.
That is a great shot.
That'll work.
He even left it below the hole.
Wow. That was the epitome of skill.
Enough of your
Dave.
microphone.
Well, I don't see much in this. This could chip in. Have a crack. 31 feet.
It did go dead straight. You just didn't hit it straight.
Just didn't,
Yeah.
didn't execute the plan.
I was thinking you could have a competition whereby you'd invite all the politicians to give their outlandish and outrageous claims on various issues, and you'd call it the hyperbole.
Like that.
Oh,
And it's so clever they wouldn't even get it.
right.
Anthony Albanese made it onto a sci-fi show too.
What?
Really?
I'm watching a show at the moment called The Three Body Problem. And
Oh, that's a fantastic series, Dave. I've read the books.
yeah, I know. It's now a series. And and one of the scenes has got Elbow in it.
Really?
Really?
The body problem.
I can't believe
The
it.
three body problem.
The three body problem. Is that Netflix?
It's a Chinese novel.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a lot of difficulty translating it from Chinese into English
Yeah.
with the right feel.
Yeah, the book was the book series was a hard read, but the translation was pretty good for the book. But you've also got the cultural aspects of it, which are harder to translate. I'm not sure what Netflix would have done with that.
And how did Elbow end up on it?
Great question.
I'd rather not say because you can watch the show and see. It's definitely worth watching. I'm enjoying it.
The whole concept of the show is fantastic. The basic premise is that the universe is full of alien life, and it's all out to kill each other. And so the only way to succeed and survive is to be quiet. And we send a message out there using a new transmission technique, and suddenly we're targets.
Right. Okay.
Because the message gets.
We put our head above the parapet.
Yeah, we did.
Right. Okay. The
And
three body
that's,
problem.
yeah, that's the reason why when we look for signals, we never find them because everyone's shutting the fuck up because they don't want to be killed.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, that's an explanation.
And the ones that didn't shut up are dead. So
Right.
problem solved for them.
Yeah. No squeaky wheels out there.
It's a terrible book.
Yeah, it's called the Black Forest theory,
Mm.
where everything is dangerous.
Yeah.
Survival is only by quiet.
Yeah. That was our strategy of survival in the Middle East.
I bet it is in prisons all over the place.
Yeah. Jesus. So Alan Jones was arrested today.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think they waited till he retired before they did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew it was coming because they chuffed him out a couple of years ago. And a lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes, reading between the lines. But yeah, I have a feeling there'll be a lot more to come now that he's lost his cloak of power, so
Aura
to speak.
of invincibility. Well, they're saying there's 8 complainants, but now they're expecting more to come
I
forward.
wouldn't be
Now that,
surprised if there's dozens,
yeah. Okay.
because now it's safe.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Yeah, people were reluctant, weren't they?
Yeah,
They thought they'd have their asses sued.
Well, they just would have had their careers right. You know, they're all just trying to get somewhere in
Right.
life
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they're young.
Yeah.
He might be our Jimmy Savile.
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's not bad.
It's actually pretty good.
It is, but it's not where I aimed.
Not bad for a fuck's sake show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Retract that outrageous comment
Never.
immediately.
Never.
Yeah, could have cost us a lot of money, Dave.
No, I stand
Take
by.
it easy there.
Yeah. Kick-ass rough cuff.
Wait, where's the pin?
I just had to say it backwards.
So Satanist. Be right.
Ooh, big bounce. Right, that's
Almost right.
pretty good. The first bouncers I'm noticing tonight are like they're on trampolines.
And yet it's not firm greens. Tony, you'll notice that there's one that's open.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
At the front of one of the rows. You'll see it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I forgot to mention earlier that only the ones in the wine rack are the cold ones. All the others have only been put in recently.
Oh, right, okay. I
because
noticed the last one wasn't that cold.
Yeah, that's why. So that's
Yeah.
why I put it back in and just wrapped another one straight away.
Okay.
But yeah, problem solved now.
Right.
On the parts.
Oh, that looks so good.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Wow,
They look great.
that
Thought
is
I got it.
another great putt, Andy. All the same.
That deserves another sip of fish wine.
Dave's up there gnashing his teeth now. He wants some fish wine. We got the whole night.
He did.
He still sounds like young Frankenstein when he does that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Inspired by the fish wine.
Wow.
Cutting like a genius tonight.
I'm running off to the
So
fridge
is
to get
Andy.
my fish wine.
Well, you've still got some bottles sitting there, haven't you, Dave?
Oh, I've got a bucket load.
Bucket load.
Correct.
Any night that Zed goes out to a restaurant, that's your green light, Dave.
Yes. Drink like a fish.
What the hell was that? Oh, I've misread it back to front. Oh, I hate that.
Dear
Here I am surrounded by two great putting efforts, and I misread it back to front. So what I mean by that is
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
it's very
You break
annoying.
the wrong
It's
way, yeah.
extremely annoying.
Yeah.
Not your best work.
No,
Not my best
No.
work.
that's a good summary.
I used to get that on my report cards quite a bit.
Right.
Tends to look out the window too much. It's my most popular comment from teachers. I was sitting there dreaming of retirement.
Oh,
You've got
yeah.
it, though.
Can you remember Keith McIntosh?
I do. I like
Yeah.
to get that.
What, I forget which teacher put on his report card as a comment one time, but it was ignorance is no excuse.
He always had that slightly daggy, almost a long bowl cut.
Yeah, I think that is that his dad.
Maybe. Yeah.
Did you know his dad?
No.
His dad was the deputy principal at Lloyd Street Central School.
I don't even know what Lloyd Street Central School
Well, that
is.
was a state school that went to, in East Malvern, that went to year 8, and that's where a lot of us came from.
Mm.
But as you know, deputy principal meant basically hitman, So his dad was the hitman in the school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no one messed with Lloyd. Keith.
Oh, well, I guess, I mean, he wasn't the sort of guy that got bullied anyway. But
No, he was just neutral. He was
yeah,
Switzerland.
exactly. Yeah, he was Switzerland.
I was also Switzerland.
But I did cop a couple of serves from his dad at school, and then I'd go around to his place, and totally different sort of. It was a very odd situation.
Yeah, it is weird when kids have teachers as parents. And
It's one of my favourite stories that I've told the kids. Comes from that school where it was the old classic red brick state school with 2 stories and big wide sort of balcony, bottom and top, that led into the schools. And we had this kid in our class called Ridgway was his last name, but his dad was also a teacher in the school.
Mm.
But he got struck one time. He was pulled, and our teacher was Mr. Platt, who was a real disciplinarian. It sort of looked a bit like Rolf Harris with the hair and beard.
let's hope he wasn't too much like Rolf
No,
Harris.
well, exactly. But so Ridgway goes up, Tom Ridgway, to get his hands strapped, and Platt winds up and swings the strap, and he pulls his hand back.
That's guaranteed piss off the teacher.
Yeah, and he was the sort of person you don't mess around with, and he goes, right, put your hand out. And he puts his hand out, and he did it again. And he swung and missed, and this time Mr. Platt grabbed his hand, grabbed his wrist.
Yeah.
And he really wound up. And not only did Tom pull away the 3rd time, but Mr. Platt hit himself on the leg.
Oh no, that's not going to end
Tom,
well.
and Tom, at that moment, Tom just ran out the classroom.
Yeah.
And Mr. Platt ran straight after him. And all of us, we're just looking at each other. We're all year 6. We're looking at each other.
This is a
And there
great
were
story.
big fire hoses, along that open corridor. And the next thing we hear is, "Stand back or I'll flood the school."
Wow. This is escalating. It's getting out of control.
I was going to say you didn't go to a higher school. Was it some kind of Borstal or sort of institution for the criminally insane, Phil?
No,
I
that
mean-
was Melbourne High where we ended up, Andy.
Yeah, I tell that story to Natalie. She loves it.
That is great.
It's a funny story.
And how did the hostage situation get resolved?
That was the highlight of it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
You should
Mr.
stop.
Platt wasn't going to stand back, so it all got resolved pretty quickly after that.
Mr. Platt would have been pretty pissed off at that.
I reckon he was. Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
I can't see it. My ball.
Very nice. Look at that. Oh, nice run on.
My ball
Yo.
stopped 10 foot from where I hit it mid-air. Oh,
Yeah,
15 foot. I'd love to see it, but I'm not going to take the chance.
Uncle Roger would have been impressed, Dave.
Stop!
Oh, a few grabby moments there. It looked like it stopped twice before it actually did.
Christ.
Is anyone else getting choppy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Waves?
It looked like Andy's ball stopped twice before it actually did.
Yeah, something about this hole.
Yeah, there's
that's
been a
right.
couple of other instances where I've had a little couple of things. 1 mile an hour, that's what I want. please be right.
I think it is going to be right.
It's close enough to right.
Yeah, it's a very good shot.
It is a very good.
4 feet.
There's a lot of hard work approach shots tonight.
Mm. This is a big shot.
What?
No,
Thought it was going to turn in.
I did at the very last second, but not enough.
What's the par 5?
Yeah, yeah. That was for eagle. That
Yeah.
part, yeah. Would have gone to -2.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mm.
It ducked hard left straight away.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Made it look like
Just-
the club went across the ball. Almost.
Yeah, one of those little things that are very hard to run. There's sunflowers there.
Mm. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, stress free. Stress free part.
It's in the middle now. This feels like, Jesus Christ, it should just be inside right edge firm. Come on, what else could go wrong?
You shouldn't ask questions like that.
I should have tempted fate.
Yeah, you did.
I'm seeking refuge at the prawn. We both got 5 prawns. I'm trying to time so they finish on the 18th.
Yeah, no. I go hard early. And then taper off.
I have a friend who drinks that way. It's not my way. I'll let you go slow.
Okay.
Drip feed myself.
Mm.
Enjoy oblivion.
Right. Right, see the first bounce there.
Oh,
Well, that mound is slightly worrying.
It is, and it's a downslope as well.
Yeah, I don't like that mound at all. I'm nowhere near it unless I miss hit it.
is this going to be a mound-free approach?
Oh.
I
No,
hope so.
we've gone the other side. Of,
But my mound is more gentle. I think I'm okay.
I think you need to rephrase what you've been talking about, Dave.
Yeah, we're entering metaphor-laden conversation.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. You're digging a hole with that mound.
Oh, Andy's decided to join Dave in the bushes.
yeah, but not so bad.
Oh,
His
wow.
mound isn't as ominous.
Not as ominous, but it's not a fair way to miss, as we all have.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the line.
Well, I think you've got the best line, Dave.
Yeah, I'm just doing some math right now to work out 23. Let's say 13. It's 36 of 230. It's 194. It's too much. That's not enough. Right, I've got to chop this slightly, that's all.
That looks good.
I'm happy. Ish.
Ah, that first bounce. They're all trampolining
Yeah.
on the first bounce.
Well,
Not too bad.
there's worse places to be.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay, right. Quite happy with that, actually. Right. Mind you, it's 14 inches downhill, so
It's going to be a finessed flop of some sort, I'm guessing.
twitchy arse.
Twitchy ass indeed. Dave's coming in from under the pin. It's a good spot.
Oh, it's another terrible hit.
Oh, yeah. You hit the last bit of the fairway, which was unfortunate. A bit of bad luck. Right. Oh, this looks... If I go punt, look how quickly it goes downhill.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got to be so careful with this. Someone landed it up there. That's literally where I want to land it. And it should just go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 19, 20 feet, probably 22 feet. What? 22 feet.
Would have gone for the apron, I think. But I think you've got it.
That's
Gee,
nice.
that's a nice shot.
Very,
Very
very
nice.
Yeah. Mm.
stressful. It's not stressful too.
Yeah.
They all look stressful.
Right.
It's not easy.
This is not nice.
No.
Ah.
It's an example of those leads of how sometimes you can't simulate the way that eyes operate.
Yeah.
Because I've read somewhere one time, we're always blinking, but we're never aware of it because it's sort of blanked out by everything. Because if you're aware of blinking, it'd just drive you nuts.
Yeah. But even without blinking, did you know that for a percentage of time while your eyes are open, you're seeing nothing?
Really?
Yeah, so it's like on, off, on, off, on.
Oh,
off.
really?
Yeah, much the same way as an LED or something like that. Yeah, well, that's true.
Okay.
So if you can pick in time the right moment, you'll be there with your eyes open and it's completely black. You see nothing.
Right.
But because it's so quick, we don't detect
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Or our brains just...
And
work
if you
around
did detect it, you go mad.
Yeah, our brains work around it the same way.
Going on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. All right. Well, we've done pretty good on this hole, I think.
Yeah.
It was accident waiting to happen, this hole. So far, there's been none. Except my ball still isn't in there, but it should be okay. Don't belt it. So do you think you've got COVID, Dave?
No, I haven't seen anyone. The ironic thing is I was supposed to go around and play pool with Ian on Saturday, and he goes, "I've got a cold, you better not come around." I go, "Yeah, no worries." So by doing the right thing, I still ended up getting something.
Charge from Ian?
No, I never went around there.
Oh.
So no, I haven't seen anyone. I haven't been out. unless I've picked it up off Zed maybe, but she seems alright. Ooh, 170.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. Should be okay. It's a very calm breeze we've got, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
A nice bit of run down the swale there.
I mean, to be honest, it just feels like it's sort of breezy stroke calm almost. I did think about having a windy round here off a slightly forward tee, but there was a little man sitting inside my brain saying, no, that might be one challenge too much.
You got to listen to the little man.
Yeah.
My little man just forgot about the altitude.
He's an idiot.
To be honest, I've been forgetting about the altitude quite a bit as well. Uncle Dave hasn't.
Mm.
Yeah, but nothing's been. All my shots have been weird. I've been spraying them. And...
That arrow is a window into the white screen, isn't it? That looks. Whoops. Bleeding.
Could be okay.
Yep, but it's okay.
That's strange knowing we don't get that error, do we?
What?
What did he hit? Carried it 158.
Yes, we do. Yeah, no, we do. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh no! Oh, the wind might be okay. I think it would have been better if I hadn't have had a 10-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah, if it had stayed one, you'd have been golden.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. Another.
What'd you hit, Andy?
I hit the 159.
Oh.
You? The 170?
170, yeah.
Just going to loft it a little bit.
That's a good shot.
Great shot.
Oh, that was so almost still in.
Excellent.
That was almost less than an inch.
Right.
That's funny, Dave. Your shot is 1 inch downhill.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the downhill.
No, I'm just like, how did it not drop? If you
This is unlucky with it being 1 inch downhill, but it didn't actually drop in from 1 inch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, 45-degree angle.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a great part. Oh,
Wow.
oh. It's pretty substandard, Andy. That's 5 inches away, not the 1 inch.
Yeah. 500% worse.
Mm. Exactly.
definitely.
Yeah. Should I take Dave's shot here? He's having a slash, I think.
You'd hate if you bobbled it out of the hole.
Dave, should I have your shot? I think I heard cries of anguish from the other room.
Yes.
I said, should I have your shot?
Yeah,
We
you
were-
should. I would have been disqualified for outside assistance.
Assuming it was classed as assistance after I had the shot.
Depends whether you put it over the top of the hole or something. But since you were so kind, if you'd like a little bit more fish wine,
No.
the
Oh,
bottle's
okay.
got to be finished tonight.
No, that's enough for me.
Let's I get the rest.
Mm.
All right. Got to make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah. So it's pretty tight at the top. Oh,
Oh, we-
No!
Oh!
and he's plugged. Wow, that looks like it plugs deep too.
You're in deep sand.
Deep doo doo. It's the 170 kilometer. Oh, I see what it is. That should be perfect. Of course, left. It's going to plug in the other bunker.
Oh, no.
No, wait.
Oh,
Oh!
It could have.
166.
would have been on a terrible side of the bunker for a plug.
Oh my god, it would have been awful. Andy's got the Goldilocks shot.
Well, I think you've hit the 159. I don't think you hit the 170 club. Oh, I've got Uncle Dave.
No, I hit the 170.
Oh, no.
No.
It landed in the base of it. It
Right.
hardly ever plugs on the flat bit.
Ah, okay.
Right. 60. It's going downhill. That's pretty. It's not doing much. Right this way. Not doing much again.
So,
A little bit left to right, if anything, not much. But the wind is also opposite, so I'm just going to go straight at it. Chop the 84. All right.
Oh.
Exactly.
big strong.
Yeah, you got a lot of roll out of that one, Dave. You only went
Yeah.
46 yards in the air and you got another 27 on the
And it
roll.
was slightly uphill as well, so I wasn't expecting that much.
Mind you, when you look at the slope of that green from where you played your bunker shot, it's probably no surprise that that's what happened.
Oh,
So
this
it's
is genius.
genius.
Oh, baby.
Ends up with a better shot than you.
Mhm. Dave's.
I think I finally worked out how to play bunker shots.
I was just thinking that, Dave. I almost said it out loud myself.
Because normally mine would just come out flat and horrible.
And now you're becoming a danger with them.
Maybe.
Wait till you sink your first one. It'll be a nice feeling. 2-1.
Hmm.
2-1.
Mm.
downhill. It's got to be there. If this misses to the left, I'm going to be very upset.
You called it.
Man. I gave it extra for downhill.
Mm.
And I paid a price.
Mm. Yep.
Well, after a pretty shaky early start, I've stabilised, but unfortunately, I'm not gaining ground.
Mm.
Oh, that was some par
Oh,
from where you were, though.
so happy to get a par out of a plug line. Never happens to me.
Well, there's a bit of daylight between you and
There
second
is.
place, and even more between second and third.
Well, I'm going to try not to have a disaster because if I did, double busted will come into play.
Hmm.
Seems okay. Little bounce, maybe.
Corner.
Boing.
Come
That's a
on,
real
come on.
trampoline.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, you would have got a disgrace call if that had gone on the fairway.
Yeah, I would agree.
Though it is the Tiger line. Very.
Ooh. Even more tigerish.
Oh.
They do trampoline, don't they?
Yeah. That could have plugged if it had been 6 inches shorter. That was pretty exciting. That wouldn't have been a good plug either.
No.
No, I'm going for the plug. Let's see if it's third time lucky.
3 shots, all identical.
Mm.
Apart from yours, Dave.
Well,
You might actually be in the best spot there. I don't know what's your hit loss.
15% with the one hybrid. With the two hybrid, 15%. Let me do some math. Can that make it? 21, 31, 210. Yeah, that can make it if I get some of this wind. I need a little bit of that wind. I need a bit of 8. I'll take 7.
10. 1.
1. It's not a disaster.
Yeah, it went 7. What did it go? 3, 7, 10, 1.
Yeah, as soon as I actually struck the ball, it dropped to 1.
Yeah.
Luckily, I mishit it.
Mm.
No. Timing has been rubbish.
Caramba.
Okay, right. Come
Of
on.
course, as is bluffed slightly.
Mm. I think so.
Well, that looks great, Andy.
Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Very nice.
Start.
probably a foot more work than would have liked, but this one's a perfect 48.
Yep.
Rightio. Could really do with grabbing this one in the hole. 2. Right.
That arrow's becoming noticeable.
It just keeps somehow managing to land in the middle of the screen without me noticing.
No.
No.
Three par putts.
Yes.
Nice putt, Dave.
done.
You've sunk some clutch putts for par or saving whatever's, all sorts of good stuff.
I think they're good greens because they're not even, but they reward good strokes.
I'm not into boxing, but I watched the Tyson fight, and oh boy, was it painful to watch.
In what way?
I keep hearing there's like a script that they followed. And there was one point where Tyson almost didn't follow the script.
The poor bastard was out of energy after 3 rounds.
Yeah, as he should be. He's 58 years old.
Yeah. It just shouldn't have happened.
It takes.
Oh, he just wanted the money.
Yeah, the crowd were booing by the end. They were literally booing the 2 boxers.
Really?
Well, a friend of mine boxed for a while, amateur boxing, and he said what people don't realise is after 3 minutes, 1 round of intensity facing off against an opponent, you're absolutely stuffed.
Yeah.
You know, so the level of fitness those guys have is incredible.
Yeah, what did Tyson make out of it? 20 million? Is that right?
Did he?
I think
Well,
so. It was
was
a pretty good losing purse.
Yeah, it was. And you'd do it for 20 million, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'd do it for 20 million.
You'd take a dive for half of that.
Yeah, I'll just go straight to the canvas on the first punch. Less work that way and I still get paid.
Yeah. I see Elon Musk has challenged Zuckerberg again.
Oh, really?
That he's gone any type of fighting technique.
Gunfighting?
Not that sort.
How
But I'd love
about
to see him in the
how
octagon.
about cue balls at 5 paces?
Right. Stop. Oh, come on. Really?
That's a bit rough.
One.
Did I tell you the other night my wife gave me the cat's medicine by accident? Don't ask me how.
No.
Stop! Don't go over that.
Stop.
Well, you've sunk one and just missed another from that sort of range, Andy. You see that big a problem.
Yeah. Maybe it's a sweet spot.
Indeed. All right.
God. Bloody
I got to
to
pitch
front
this 56 yards.
Ooh, it stopped.
Good.
Very nice.
That was check out of the rough.
It was. It was. So I was just trying to think in all of Trump's appointments, nominees, what sort of departments has he yet to nominate people for? Homeland Security.
Department of
Is
the
that-
Interior. Oh, there's heaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many departments.
But his picks are out there. They are just insane.
Well, I'm wondering what's that Republican, that female senator? She's blonde. Is it Green?
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah. So
Yeah, in that case, yeah.
what's she gonna get? Do you reckon she might get Homeland Security?
Jesus Christ. But I am wondering, like some of his more extreme ones, like Gates. I mean, he's a very transactional sort of guy. Is it possible that he's thrown that name up, knowing how much other Republicans hate Gates, so that he can say, well, if I can't have Gates, I want this one, and he's actually got someone else in mind, and that would cement him getting that person?
Possible.
Yeah, it is possible, or even make some of the other nominees who are crazy look half reasonable because of it. But wouldn't it be ironic if some of his nominees, that guy and who's the other guy, they're both, like up for sexual misconduct charges, if some of Trump's nominees didn't get there because of their sexual misconduct charges? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, the irony. My favourite is Kari Lake, who was running for Arizona and she missed out.
Yeah.
And she would have been, she was leading up to the election, she was all full of stop the steal and how the election was going to be rigged, and now she's being told to shut the fuck up by the Republicans because they got in, and it must be driving her crazy. She can't complain or appeal or anything.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is a horrible put. I'm just taking my time on this. 14.
She's formerly Democrat, wasn't she?
Originally, yeah. But she wanted to go where the money and power was. Yeah, the bar is low.
Yeah.
Don't really need to do much, just agree. Oh, this one hasn't worked as well. It's still good distance.
Oh, this one. Oh, I can. Let's have a look.
Fairway.
It is fairway.
It's fairway. Anyway. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what club and all. It really is get out the popcorn time, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you might as well.
Totally.
Just roll with it. 4 years of entertainment, and hopefully not death by.
But I did have to laugh, that apparently on his, when he won the first time, he just went off and played golf for 2 months, didn't make any preparations. This time he's gone full ball the other direction.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Because he got stymied so much in his first one.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny, isn't it, that
Well, he kept getting
even 2 months before he gets signed in, he's dominating, everything that's going on.
Because he kept getting told, you can't do this, you can't do that the first time, and he goes, that can't happen to me.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well, that's the other view of the Gates appointment, that he's just daring Republican Senate, the House to say, come on, are you with me or are you against me?
The majority of them do really hate the guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. I was thinking how you could take bets. How long into his presidency will it be before?
Oh, come on.
will it be before Republicans start disavowing him and saying he's nothing to do with us? It's nothing to do with being Republican.
Well,
He's a total different. You know what I mean? Because in the final 2 years, it's like he's a lame duck president. He's done all this crazy shit already. That's lost them their fair chunk of power in the midterms, and so they're just going to start saying, yeah, this guy doesn't represent us or what we stand for.
Well, they will say that if they think it's going to gain them votes or stop them losing votes.
Yeah,
that's all it'll come down to.
Yeah.
It won't come down to moral or rational.
No, definitely not. But I'm pretty sure they will start disavowing him. But it's just how far into the presidency does that start happening?
Because they can also play the dementia card or stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of ways they can start to disengage from some. But I think he's laid the future for the Republican Party. They're going to be a much worse party in the future than they were.
Maybe.
No.
On a slightly different topic, but very extremely related, is the news in the last 24 hours that Biden had authorised long-range missiles to, and that sort of happened on the back of Ukraine being absolutely hammered with their energy infrastructure. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ukraine does a similar sort of thing and goes after their power plants, because they're pretty big, and they can, do, especially if they've got some big missiles. I mean, I remember seeing a report not so long ago where it was this poor bloody engineering in Ukraine, saying that it's taken them months, maybe a year, for them to get this particular thermal plant up and running, and then it was just demolished again. So, we're never going to get this.
Demoralising. Yeah, but you're right. Power plants over there. I was thinking that bridge to Crimea again, though Dave reckons maybe the missiles aren't powerful enough. No, we'll see, I guess.
We will.
But, yeah.
But the other thing, when it comes to power, it's very easy to set off a cascade failure if you can pick the right substations, and once the power grid gets unbalanced, it's very difficult for it to survive. And even in America, they know that there's like only a dozen or so substations that if they got taken out, they could take out almost the whole grid. Because as soon as you take them out, then all the power surge and demand is concentrated into a smaller area, which then fails, and that causes more cascade effect. And it's a real pack of cards, power transmission, and it's very difficult to restart it cleanly and evenly as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Ooh, I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that'll be and airfields, I would have thought too.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of.
But they've only got 2 months to do it all as well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say I'm actually surprised Biden's done it now, when there was just as strong a case for doing it 6 months, 9 months ago.
A year ago. I mean, that's the most frustrating thing. That if they were allowed to do all the things they're allowed to do now, but at the start of the war, they probably would have. The Russians wouldn't have been able to dig in.
Yeah. It's just been a death by 1,000 cuts for the poor Ukraine.
Yeah, it's been.
Tony.
Do you promise?
No, I don't. Never.
Another interesting little tidbit from the UK, which sort of ties in also with Trump, is there are a couple of articles in today's papers which indicated that at the G20 summit in Rio, taking place early this week, Keir Starmer wants a reset of the relations between the UK and China. And I sort of said to my wife, I said, I don't know why they need to even think about this reset, because virtually all the stuff that seemingly we buy in the UK, anything electrical, any clothing, any whatever, virtually, I would say at least 75% of it now comes from China. They don't need a reset of relations between us and the UK, us and China, because as far as trade goes, they seem to be dominating a whole swathe of industries.
I
So
think it's worldwide, isn't it? I was just saying before that Temu website, which is Chinese run, I think Indonesia's just banned it, and other Southeast Asian countries are considering banning it because it's just wiping out their local traders and the local factories. So, funnily enough, those countries that helped to wipe out industry in Western countries are now, finding the same thing themselves as happening with them against China.
yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see the divergence of the. I just can't help but think that the UK really wants to use the Trump presidency as a means of getting a lot closer politically and what have you to the European Union, which is really what a lot of noises coming out of the Labour Party are. That
Okay. To get back closer to the EU.
yeah, I think they want to align rules and regulations with what's, we're going to be in the European Union in all but name. We'll have the same rules and regulations, but not the political and social sort of structures of the European Union.
I did read in The Guardian, and because Guardian Australia takes sort of Australia-based political news, but also UK-based political news, and there was an article about some, I don't know, reasonably prominent American politician basically saying that the UK is going to have to choose between European standards and US standards in terms of trade if they want to, and he was basically saying you've got to do it the US way, where there's lower standards basically for a lot of stuff, in order that there can be freer trade and a bigger volume of trade between the UK and the US. Yes, nice part.
Might have gone, Andy.
Yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah. Well, the media will be all over two sort of highly what's the word, emotive things to do with food and that. And one is chlorinated chickens, right?
Yes.
And the other one is genetically modified, plants.
Yes.
And I made the point. Well, if we were to do a deal with the US, what's to stop them sort of selling, chickens which are, produced in the USA, but it's clearly labelled as being chlorinated. And next to them would be the British chickens, which might be 40 or 50 pence more, but they haven't been chlorinated, or they're, in the same way that you've got ordinary stuff and organic stuff. Maybe there should be a premium on non-chlorine. And I think, well, surely
chlorine-free chicken.
If people are that bothered about chlorine in their chickens, then maybe they should, pay the present premium at it. But those who aren't bothered about it can get it for 50p cheaper. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, they'll just escalate, Andy, and next they'll start injecting arsenic into the chickens,
Yeah.
and you have to pay £2 extra to get the non-arsenic version.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, maybe they'll be non-radioactive chickens.
Well,
No, every chicken will be radioactive in 6 months. Don't worry, Bill. As will we all.
we have been stuck at this. Dave's 2 ahead of you, and you're 2 ahead
Yeah,
of
really.
me. About last 6 or 7 holes now.
Really?
It's remarkable because
Yeah.
there was a swing on every hole for about first 8 holes,
Ah,
and now it's just
yeah, as you are.
it's bedded in. It's like trench warfare in
Yeah.
Germany.
And just as an aside to end the previous conversation, I think radioactive chickens would be a reasonable name for a rock band. Or not.
No, it's all right.
Really? Some
One of
interesting,
those
yeah.
pitches. Yeah.
Yeah.
One. Yes.
Good line, though.
Perfectly done, Andy. And Dave is not in the box seat here. There's got to be a chance to pick one up here.
I haven't been in the box seat for quite a few holes, and I still managed to be hanging on. So,
You've hung on remarkably well.
and my recovery shots have been okay.
Well, I would say more than okay. They've been excellent. Bite.
Ooh, yes.
Alright,
Alright.
what have we got? 6% power loss, that's not too bad.
I think he's got some. Let's see if we can find out.
Ooh,
We might
interesting.
We might
interesting.
watch the shot come in from behind.
Okay. There's if you go beyond the pin, it's going to run, isn't it?
Yeah, let's watch from here. Let's see what he gets up to.
No.
It looks like it's gone right and long. It's long and right.
The timing has been so off.
But that pin, look how it falls
I know,
away after
I
the
know,
pin. It's
yeah.
going to be really
Yeah.
hard to get close.
Yeah.
Like almost impossible. But if I aim to the right and then come down faster, it'll pull to the left and have more backspin. So that's the shot I'm going to try and play.
I like this idea. I'm convinced. Where do I sign up? Well, you certainly got
You
the
can
right.
hear the ball fizzing as it comes in. Fizz! Oh, it actually backspun
Good.
uphill. That is unbelievable.
Well, 14 feet, I've got a chance.
It backspun uphill because that's all downhill after the pin.
Yeah, I did get good backspin.
Yeah.
Right, what's going on here? Oh, bloody hell. This is, pin is at the top of a.
Yeah, it's a super nasty pin.
What I could really do with is just landing just past the pin on the second bounce and then just stopping rather than. Alright, we'll see whether. What's the number? 88. Oh, God. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, it might be too much. Or is it? No?
Spin. Ooh, that's pretty good as
Nice.
well. That's pretty good as well.
Well, we've got a slight advantage over Dave.
The door is ajar.
Yeah, but we have to sink our putts, otherwise it's all for out.
Just going to temperature monitoring.
just got away with
Well,
it.
You've sunk many putts of that type tonight, Dave.
Believer.
We have not written you off on sinking that. Right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1. Pin 6, 5. Oh, feels like about that.
15 feet. Okay.
I lean forward. It doesn't work. I didn't hit it.
You didn't lean enough, Dave.
No, I didn't lean enough.
All right. It's getting towards the action end of the round.
The pointy end.
Yeah.
Oh,
got
yeah.
it.
Oh, nice part.
Wow.
Oh,
That's big.
really.
That's
That is a huge putt in the context of the game.
Not. Well, this is a pretty consistent putt. All right. Yeah. Oh, you bloody knacker.
And you hit it with good pace too.
Yeah.
Another drawn hole.
Yep.
All that drama
Yeah.
for nothing.
All that drama.
assuming you sink this.
Shut up. I'm going for the fish wine after that comment.
Yeah, well, recovery again, Dave.
Thanks.
Is,
Yeah, I think you're
Well,
Punch,
he drove into the rough, and then his approach was cactus, and then his little chip wasn't that good, and then he sunk the putt.
Yeah.
So, what can you say?
yeah, the money shot went in.
Yeah.
He's been sinking the money shots all night.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My player's stuck on his backswing.
Mm.
I played the shot, but he's stuck.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, we haven't seen any shot here.
Uh-oh. Oh, thank
Are you-
God. Oh, I just did a left click and it's just responded.
Okay.
So it's cancelled the shot. Fuck yeah, no, that was scary. No! What the hell's
What?
going on? He's just had the shot. And I was
Oh, wow.
readjusting. What the fuck?
And it's frozen in the middle of the air on our screen.
What the fuck was
Right.
that?
Well, you're 38 feet away. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, 38 feet from the pin.
Yeah, but that was weird. Like it got stuck at the top of the backswing, wasn't responding to the cancel click,
Mm.
and then it did. And
Yeah,
then-
there's something not quite right about this course.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. It's not like it went 10 foot or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, 91 and 95, too much. All right. Just gonna have to land it there and jump it up. 9, something like that. So I'm gonna chop this a lot. Oh, no point in chopping it here. Pull it left like an idiot. It's rubbish.
Well, you're not that far away from Dave. Very similar line.
Mm.
A dreadful shot.
Well, I've got to have a close look at this bloody. Oh, God. This is horrible. 6. Well, trouble is you just can't see what the slope is doing because everything's 6 feet sort of above where I am, so I've just got to go on what I can see. So I think there's a bit of right to left going on. Yeah. No, not that one. Oh, shine on.
Oh, what?
Backspin.
It's not
I
what we
got the
wanted.
very thing I didn't want to get.
Yeah. Oh. No. What happened? It went nowhere. We're just playing into Dave's hands.
Depends what I do here.
It does. That was dreadful.
Ooh.
Get in!
Oh!
That would have been the death blow, Dave.
Half a roll.
Not only would it doing the death blow, we're a big chance of dropping another stroke as well. You could have been pushing double busted. That dropped.
Well, that would have been alright, but anyway.
Yeah, wow. How do you rate this cheese?
I like it.
My favourite. It's really cheap. It's like $35 a kilo.
Bloody bastard.
Almost nothing at the supermarket that cheap.
Is this the bitey cheddar, Dave?
Yeah,
Vintage cheddar.
yeah. Pavilion extra sharp.
It's not Epicure.
No.
No.
You can't even get Epicure in the supermarkets anymore.
Really?
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Nice, dude.
I thought that had run by.
Keep myself in the hunt.
Is it going to be another hole where the scores all stay the same?
No, I've bogeyed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've got to be careful I don't drop 2.
So that means everyone parred every hole for about 6 holes in a row.
Good putt.
It was unbelievable, given the course. We all did it in so many different ways.
Yeah.
No, I know it's only. It's just stayed. Oh, it is cold out there.
Is it sunny or blowy and overcast?
It's sunny, but the
Frosty.
temperature is. Oh my god.
Would the local golf course be open, Andy?
Probably. Yeah, it's still -1 outside at the moment. Yeah. -2 possibly.
You get wind chill on your backswing.
Well, this could be
Right.
for Williams, Dave.
It's got to be for limes. I agree.
I've got one prawn left, 2 and a bit holes to go.
Is it a celebratory prawn or a commiserating prawn?
Well, that's right. Maybe that's why I'm saving it. It's the last prawn in the house.
It is.
It's a nice line.
Oh, yes.
Nice shot.
Yep.
Trying to get himself out of busted.
Been tough going.
It has been tough going.
Well, apart from the from a couple of nice putts earlier on, I've just been. Oh, that's even
Good
better.
shot.
The course has beaten me up today. It's been a good challenge, mine, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit squirrely at times, but it's a quality course to play. I wouldn't want to take it off the roster just because of a couple of hitches.
Mm.
We just all need to upgrade our machines.
Well, 50/90s are just around the corner, Dave.
Yep. Make all the difference. Up 9 inches.
Oh, I had a question about Justin.
Yeah.
I was on a tram going to York Street in South Melbourne.
Yeah.
Along Clarendon.
Yeah.
To the corner of Clarendon and York.
Yeah.
And on that corner, as I got up to get off the tram, I saw the guy in front of me, and I think it was Justin. Does he live there?
Yeah, he does. He lives near on the corner of Clarendon and City. So he'd go up to York Street regularly.
I think I might have seen him there.
Yeah.
Wow. But I wasn't confident enough to yell Justin because it was all happened at the last second.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't want to seem like a 60-year-old guy yelling after an 18-year-old boy.
Well, I'm picturing in my head how he would have reacted
He
anyway.
mightn't have liked it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
I'm just gonna
he would have given you, it wouldn't have been a response in kind, put it that way. It would have been a low key, oh, hi,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing,
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah.
Very good.
Right. Two
birdie.
birds.
A bird.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now look at this easy par 5.
Wow. And
Here's
I'll
the
tell you what,
chance.
there's only one shot in it with 2 holes to play. I'll play this for your birdie.
Woody Woodpecker. Woody Woodpecker.
It is Woody Woodpecker.
Look, this is a woodpecker-free zone. This.
That's
Don't talk to me, don't look at me, and don't do anything stupid.
that's the comedy gold.
I would be embarrassed hearing if that were my my ringtone on a tram or something. I'd be going.
Oh, the worst was in a doctor's surgery. And you could have heard a pin drop, and that went off at maximum volume.
And no one laughed.
It was like, you know, when someone walks into a bar in a Western,
Right.
and everyone turns around and stares. I was the person being stared at.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I felt like saying, "Didn't you hear what she said?"
Ah, shit.
I should have. That would have been great. I'm going to do that next time.
20% power loss. So I can't even get there.
Yeah, this could lead to comedy gold. Or fighting.
Yeah.
Probably fighting.
You
Oh,
better.
no, gone. That was garbage.
Wow.
Oh, indeed.
What was that all about?
All right, I feel I have a chance to gain an advantage. I've got to do is hit this correctly and smoothly, like Johnson baby oil.
Well, I think Uncle Dave let slip the fact that he's a secret Trump fan because he just mentioned the G word,
What, God?
garbage.
Garbage.
What? Garbage.
Yeah. You remember when Biden called his
Oh,
supporters
yeah.
garbage?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. Oh, I don't really want to be long through this green.
I think you've joined me, Andy.
Mm.
Out to the left.
It's okay. I'm not dissatisfied with that.
All right. Well, we're both in flop range. Dave's got a trickier shot. Oh, nice
Wow.
check.
Gee, that stopped beautifully.
That's quality
Yep.
work, Dave.
Right.
Out of the rough and all.
Yeah. How did you do that?
MAGA skills. Not mega skills, MAGA skills.
Naga skills.
Yep.
Ooh, look at
Nice,
this.
Andy. All right, 50 feet, 7% power loss. Gotta
It's
be-
too little, too late, though.
It's only a shot in
Are
it.
you sure?
I think so. Yes. Unless Dave does something stupid here.
What are you
Unless
saying?
you do something stupid.
Oh, I don't have an easy putt. It's 10 foot 6 inches downhill.
Ooh,
That's
running
good.
That's
beautifully.
really
Look
Look at it.
Oh
Oh!
my God. He might have just taken the lead.
my God.
What a time to do that. Well done, Dave.
Wow. Well, that puts a lot more pressure on this part.
Oh, my word.
Might even need to go further.
Wasn't a bad putt, actually.
Tell you what, you've just had this run of bloody pars. You must have had 10 or 12 in a row or something.
Look. I get the 10th and then 5 pass in a row, then birdie eagle. So I'm making a charge.
Mm. Well, you're in the lead, aren't you?
Wow.
You're in the lead with 1 to play.
But I could be disqualified because I've had assistance from Fishline.
Haha. How many pars has Dave had in a row?
Not many, because I think I had a bogey in there, didn't I?
I think you stayed on
Talk
minus
to me. Don't look
1
at me.
for a very
And
long
don't do
time.
anything stupid.
So all of those.
So you've had nothing but pars on the back 9, Dave.
Right.
And then the front 9?
So you've had 8, 9, 10 pars in a row.
Wow.
Two birdies and then 10 pars in a row.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing on this course. I think I just had a text.
Oh, no. My fairways hit is going to be so small tonight.
Ooh, it's borderline.
No.
Borderline.
Shit.
Borderline.
Right. Oh, 74. It's just too much for that. Come on, be right.
Looks good.
Oh,
Just ran on.
You couldn't have played it much better because if it had landed in the rough, it would have just stopped.
Stopped, yeah.
I mean, I only hit it 71 yards and it's gone another 22 yards.
Yeah, it was just brutally difficult from where you were.
I don't think the
Don't talk to me.
ball
Don't
wedge
look
would
at me.
have.
And don't do anything stupid.
Nice shot.
It's a good shot.
Very nice. Very nice.
10 footer.
Well, that could be the putt to draw the game, depending on what I do here. What I'd like to do is not give you a 10-foot putt to draw the game.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh! Mistake.
Well, you've got to be careful here because if you stuff this one up, Dave can sneak it at the last.
Well, you didn't need to plant the word stuff this up in there, Andy.
Sorry, Dave.
I'm not sure that's helped. Let's see what happens. I'm going to do the
Just concentrate your mind on it.
yeah, I'm just going to do the old aim it to the right and then come down faster and it'll go less distance. Oh no. Kind of worked, but not very well. Davey's going to give, someone's going to give me the line.
I am.
You've got an 11 footer and Dave's got a 10 footer.
Oh, it's all coming down to this.
It is. It's a putting
Wow.
competition right here.
Dave, what would it, Uncle Dave, what would it be worth for me to do that?
I could throw
The first putt off the green.
I could throw the
Basically.
next game for you, Randy.
I could,
Whoever. Yeah. my goodness.
if you've got a PayPal sort of account, you know, you can just wire it over immediately, and I'll be quite happy to acquiesce to your demand or your
Right.
wishes.
I'm going to have to take on the role of
Mediator?
integrity stewards at this point.
Well, that's a bit like the pot calling.
Which
the
means
kettle
that
black.
the money better go to my PayPal account.
Yeah, he needs a cut, that's what he's saying.
Right, okay.
There's some left to right there. We can see left to right.
That looks treacherous, that part.
Mine is 2 inches downhill from 11 feet. It's also slick.
Anywhere off to the right, you're in the valley of death.
Yeah, I can't afford the 3-putt. Wow. Well, you did a good effort of not showing me anything, Andy.
Oh, I did. It wasn't intentional. I can assure you.
Christ. All right. I guess you have to go full grid here. 2, 1. Okay.
Actually, that's really stuffed me up today because I think I've had three putts on greens that I've hit in
So that means
regulation.
it's like,
Yeah,
that's the
I'd
line
have
of
putted
C.
it a little better.
Oh! It looked close all the way. This for the win, I think.
I'm going to be taking the time over this one.
It is.
Yeah, it is for the win.
It is for the win.
So quiet you can hear crickets.
Mm. Here we go.
Oh!
Looking. Oh!
There was nothing in it.
Wow, it's turning in perfectly and it's straightened and went the other way.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Now you've both got a 4-footer and a 5-footer
Yeah,
coming back. No guarantees.
no guarantees.
Oh, so I could really do with holding this.
Touch of tone in Andy's voice.
There was. It's like, I think the course has taken its toll. It's taken
Yeah.
its full measure.
Maybe some PTSD issues after.
Yeah.
Oh, shite. Another 3-putt.
I mean,
Well,
Unless
he
you-
says optimistically.
Well done.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Show me the line, Andy, or putt off the green.
Boy, you've got some good guidance here on this final green.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That just tells me right there, don't have to do anything else.
Well done.
That's probably a fair result after all that.
Well, now we go to the 8-hole playoff.
When all is said and done.
I'm not playing this course again.
You got like your last 11 holes you just parred all
Wow.
the way through.
11 pars in a row, Dave.
Yeah, and I reckon most of those were from troublesome shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did some amazing recoveries. That's really an incredible.
2 69s and a 73. Well done. A pair of you, actually. Very well
Well,
done.
look at our ride of colour compared to Dave on the back nine.
Well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, look at my fairways hit 43%. I was in all sorts of trouble.
Well, there might be a silver lining in it for me.